Disclosure. Okay, a lot of people's idea on disclosure was that it was going to happen in '09, like before Christmas, or before the new year. There was a lot of talk about disclosure from the government as well as the people from above, like space and everything. So there was supposed to be disclosure on that, to where they decloaked their ships so that we could see them, and the government was going to release all their info about alien lives and ETs and UFOs and things like that. But most people say that actually didn't happen. One thing that our friend Joe actually did tell us is that the government did give their disclosure about UFOs and everything, but what they did about it was they put it on international news. So they announced it to other countries, and they kept it out of national news. So no one here got to hear it, but other countries did. And that's another theory that's come up, is that China and Russia, with their HAARP programs, the idea was that they put up the spiral and the UFO over the Kremlin, the pyramid over the Kremlin in Russia, as well as the halos in Russia. And what they said is they're trying to push America toward announcing it, disclosure. Because every other country has disclosure on it already, and they're waiting for America before they just up and start showing everything and saying everything about it. And we won't do it. For some reason, the president and everyone just decides we're not ready to hear this. So disclosure did happen in a small way. And another thing that happened with the Galactic Federation is they've actually decloaked some of their ships. You can see them in the night skies now. One thing you'll notice is they look like stars, like you're looking up at the sky, it's a bunch of dots. But you'll notice that if you notice a blinking star, that's just kind of pulsing, and it looks like it's changing colors, maybe you could pull out a pair of binoculars or something like that. Killing me, Smalls. But yeah, if you can go ahead and look up at the sky.
We have great pictures.
Me and Joe, we were sitting up at his house. He took pictures of this ship that he saw the night before, and he called me over to come look at it because it had been there 2 days in a row. And while all the stars in the sky are shifting like this one star sits perfectly still, and we noticed it's flashing different colors. And it looks like it's rotating, like it looks like a spotlight of like red and then yellow, blue, and it just goes off in different directions.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not one who even believes in UFO sightings. You never know which one's real or which one's fake. I seen it.
But
I seen that shit.
We're actually in Phoenix, Arizona, central Phoenix, near McDowell and 40th. And if you look up in the southeast sky at night, you'll see this star, and it's just blinking there, and it's flickering. But if you actually take out the binoculars or maybe a telescope or whatever you have and you look at it, it's blinking different colors, and it's changing the direction of where they're pointing. And then so Joe and his wife Brooke actually went out and they got their camera, they got the tripod for it, and they took pictures of it. And every time they took a picture, it would explode and come back together. And when they looked at the pictures, what it does is it's just making all kinds of crazy shapes, like the infinity symbol, just like that, or just random circles and things like that. But in these, it looks like a stream of light, but what it is it's really just moving all at once. It's one big thing, and it has different colors all through it. It has red, blues, yellows, whites. It has every color of the spectrum through it. And when you're looking at it with a naked eye, it just looks like a blinking star. But if you can actually look up at it and like zoom in any way, shape, or form, you'll notice it. And it's also a star that'll sit there in the middle of the night while every star rotates, because the Earth's spinning. It's just natural to happen.
No one's seeing this.
Yeah?
No.
Talking to ourselves.
No, I mean this thing I'm putting up.
Okay, I was going to say. Just announcing, but hey, it's cool.
No, keep going.
But yeah, if you look up, it sits there for hours on end. And we went to go show it to Kyle, our friend who was just here, and he actually walked out as it left, and so all he saw was a star sitting there, and he was like, you guys are crazy. But then the next day it was there again. We called Mike, he came over, And he looked at it, and we showed him the pictures we had taken of it, and we were about to take more pictures and things like that. We just decided against it for some reason or another. But yeah, it's out there. And then we've noticed these sightings in California as well as New York. I mean, it's everywhere. People are saying they see them, and the news is programming people to just say, get out of here. You know, and it's real, you know, like California, it was on the news here, it was on NBC. I don't remember exactly which day, but it was on the news. They were reporting mysterious lights over California, which was these little blue or white orbs flying across the sky. And it had like 5 seconds, 10 seconds of coverage on the news, and then it went to a commercial. And so we thought after the commercial they'd bring it back up, me and Joe. But they didn't. They didn't bring it up again.
You texted me that
night.
Yeah,
and then I texted him.
And I turned it on, there was nothing there.
I texted a bunch of people saying to turn on the news real quick. You know, here's exactly what you're looking for. You know, this is the disclosure officially on the news. I mean, I wouldn't believe the news anyway, but it's what people look to for information. So when it was on the news, I called a bunch of people and told them to look at it, and then by the time they turned it on, it was already over, and we were waiting on the commercial to end, and then it didn't come up again. We went on the website to look up the different videos that they had just put up and the different coverage they just had, and every other thing was up except for this thing about the lights in California. And so me and Joe were just like, man, they're just not going to tell anyone anything. But I mean, it's getting to the point to where it can't be denied, you know. There's too many sightings, people everywhere, you know, everyone has a camera phone and things like that now, so there's really no stopping people actually noticing them now and being able to prove it and try and force the government to speak out about it. You know, so I think disclosure, at least from our end, is definitely coming, and the Galactic Federation did exactly what they said, was saying it'll be all disclosed, they'll decloak their ships and things like that. Now, I don't think they're 100% disclosed at all, but I think they're starting to show us so that we can kind of slowly go into it, because I think even with as many people that are ready to see these things and have been waiting on it for a while, you know, there's other people, though, they have to real soon, and then it'll get to the point to where you'll see an alien walking down the street.
Alright, we're good. Man. Hey everybody, this is Leo. He's the most annoying cat in the planet, and he's me in the future. He's my fifth dimensional self.
Ain't your buddy.
And I'm annoying as shit.
Sorry to say shit, man. Say fuck.
Okay, now I brought up the emails just now. I'm going to look at the text. Tell them I'm looking.
Alright, Mike is looking at what you guys have said, because Kyle left with the laptop. We couldn't see if you guys were sending us messages or not, leaving anything. But Mike's going over everything right now just to see if we missed anything. But yeah, disclosure should be soon. Yes.
Her and her fiance saw the same stars.
Well, that's definitely good. And then one thing,
those blinking stars are no joke.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really one who's no, don't get me wrong. I stare at the sky all day. I love looking at the sky. I love looking at the chemtrails that they leave in the sky for us. We got 5 viewers now. Woohoo!
We're up one.
Picking up. But I love looking at the chemtrails in the sky. I love watching them poison everyone. It's just a beautiful sight. But those blinking UFOs, they're no joke. They're real. I've seen them.
What I was going to bring up is, while I was over at Joe's house, we were actually looking them up on the internet, and we did find a video on YouTube. It was in California, where someone actually got a video of one during the day.
All right, I'm clicking off here because